I'll go and I'll join the investigation. I was in touch with Mr. Joram Thanga last 3 days or 4 days, till 4 days back. He said that Himanta, I'll talk once my quarantine is over.
We apprised Honorable Prime Minister about the evil design created by Congress party to destabilize the situation in Northeast.
ये जो आसाम और मिजोरम के बीच में तो तनातनी चल रही वो अत्यंत दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है।
Hi there, you're watching News Epicenter with me, Maria Shakil. The border between Assam and Mizoram became almost a war zone last month after a standoff at the disputed areas escalated with police forces opening fire on each other, leading to the deaths of 6 Assam police officers. The disputed areas are still a tinderbox, with suspected Mizo trespassers building bunkers on Assamese territory as the conflict zone is now manned by central forces. In the wake of the violence, both state governments trained guns at each other, with none other than Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma being booked for attempt to murder and criminal conspiracy. The Assam government also filed a case against the Mizoram corps and the lone Rajya Sabha MP Van Lal Vena for making provocative statements on the border clash. But now it seems both sides are on the road to a resolution. After daring the Mizoram police to arrest him, Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma said in a tweet, and I'm quoting him now, "I have noted the statements of the Mizoram Chief Minister and his desire to settle the border dispute amicably. Assam always wants to keep the spirit of the Northeast alive. We are also committed to ensuring peace along our borders. To take this goodwill gesture ahead, I've directed the Assam police to withdraw the FIR against MP K. Van Lal Vena. However, cases against other accused police officers will be pursued." After that, the Mizoram Chief Minister also quoted and put out a tweet, and he said, "In order to build a conducive atmosphere for an amicable solution to the dispute and to reduce the plight of suffering citizens, I have directed the Mizoram police to withdraw the FIR against all accused persons." Meanwhile, Prime Minister Narendra Modi held a meeting with NDA MPs from the Northeast and assured them that the centre will find a solution and maintain its focus on the Vikas drive. The same message was echoed by Home Minister Amit Shah when he met the Mizoram governor. Now, the dispute between the two states is 100 years old. Assam shares a 164-kilometer border with Mizoram, and both states contest its demarcation. The forested area in 3 districts of Assam, Kachahar, Hailakandi and Karimganj, is contested at several points, with both Assam and Mizoram accusing each other of encroachment. Despite multiple rounds of talks, sporadic clashes have continued, with the Assam police cracking down on the illegal drug and cattle trade in the disputed areas, accusing the Mizoram government of coming under the pressure of anti-India forces to keep the border on the boil. The Assam government has even advised its residents not to travel to Mizoram, alleging a propaganda campaign to target Assamese citizens. Meanwhile, Mizoram has accused Assam of imposing an economic blockade by hindering travel on national highways and rail tracks. In the 1980s, the two states signed an agreement that the status quo should be maintained at no man's land set up at the boundaries, but the pact has only been on the paper. The Assam government has now said it will move the Supreme Court in the next 10 to 15 days to seek an amicable resolution to the border dispute. So even as the sticking points persist, because a 100-year-old dispute can't be resolved overnight, are these signs of a truce or a temporary ceasefire on the long road to a binding resolution? Joining me on the show, Dr. Rajdeep Roy is a BJP MP from Assam, Shema Mohammed representing the Congress, Bhaskar Gogoi is a political analyst and member of Assam Olympic Association. Jonathan is a political analyst. I'm going to begin with you, Dr. Roy. In this memorandum that was submitted by the BJP MPs to the Prime Minister, you have said that this is some kind of nefarious design of the Congress party. But it's your government in both the states of Assam and Mizo National Front is part of NEDA. Still, you haven't managed to handle the crisis. Why blame Nehru, Indira Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi?
Because you need to go to the root of where the problem actually started. The border dispute has not started after BJP came to power in Northeast or at Delhi in 2014. The problems of border in the entire Northeast, be it Manipur, Mizoram, be it Manipur, Nagaland, be it Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Mizoram, Assam, Meghalaya, Assam, Manipur, all these border disputes started long time back when the states were being reorganized in the 60s and 70s. If this problem would have been solved by the then government at the center and at the states, then I do not think we would have seen this problem today. And to remind our viewers, the Assam-Mizoram border dispute crops up every 10 years, once or twice in a decade. And we have a long history since the 80s when Mizoram has been granted full statehood. These problems are cropping up, and we have actually said that we will rely on whatever directions given to us
Dr. Roy,
from the center, and we are looking for an amicable solution.
You have been in power at the center for 7 years. The Prime Minister created this organization or a group called NEDA. Most of the parties in Northeast are your allies. And still, how fair is it for you to blame everything on your predecessor, everything on the Congress party?
No, we did not start the blame game. It's for everybody to understand. This episode of Assam-Mizoram border dispute started in the month of April 2020 when COVID was at its peak. And we said that we will respect the pre-COVID status, and we did not play the blame game. We did not put the blame on Congress initially. But the crux of the matter is that all these are issues which are pertinent today, because these had the issues been solved long back in 60s, 70s or 80s, today it would not have arisen. Okay. The other answer to your other question is, our government at the center has been categorical in saying that we will settle all border dispute by 2024, and Sri Amit Shah ji has been very categorical in saying this, that you try and settle this dispute amongst yourself. If it is not possible, the center will intervene, and the time frame is 2024. Okay. But Congress never acted on a time frame and all. For the last 70 years, these problems are festering.
Okay. You know, Shama, this is something that I have heard on number of occasions. It is the Congress party which is responsible for what is going wrong in the Northeast. Let me give you one example. The Congress party, in fact, has taken credit, according to this memorandum, for the Mizo Accord, but in less than 2 years of the accord, then Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi dismissed and humiliated Lal Denga so that the state could have a Congress government.
Okay, can I give response to the gentleman, the doctor? He mentioned that it's the Congress party's fault. Now, everything is the Congress party's fault, but in the history, in the 70-year history, no policeman was shot dead of one state shooting down the policemen of the other states. Never happened. You can say whatever you want. Now, the most important thing in this is it's not about the FIRs, it's not about them tweeting. It is about two important things. The central government is the Bharatiya Janata Party, the Assam government is the Bharatiya Janata Party, and the Mizoram government is an ally. On top of that, they created in 2016 something called the Northeast Democratic Alliance. And who is the chairperson? The BJP president. Who is the convener? Hemanta Biswa Sarma, the CM of Assam. Now, my thing is, if the Home Minister should be accountable, because there is an intelligence failure here. They should have known when last year in October there were issues. This year there was in July a bomb blast, and Mr. Amit Shah was there on the 24th. He left on the 25th. 26th, this incident happens. Now, we need accountability. The other most important thing is 6 policemen have been shot dead. Who is accountable for these deaths? It has never happened. Okay. Now, let me finish. You gave enough time. I have 2 more points. Before the elections, before he became the chief minister, yes, there was a lot of meetings of these Northeast country states, sorry. And then what happens once he became the CM? There is nothing. There are no meetings. I don't understand then why did you have this NEDA? You should have had it because you could discuss these issues with the other states, or you could have discussed with the Mizoram state what is happening, and this could have been prevented. That is the most important thing. Why was this not prevented? Also, let's not forget the Central Border Security Forces were there at this point of time. What were they doing? So there is complete intelligence failure, and this Northeast Democratic Alliance is an unholy alliance.
Okay.
If they cannot talk to each
Dr.
other,
Rajdeep
why-
Roy,
and also-
the question
and
is
also-
now that the centre clearly has told the two state chief ministers that you have to dial down this rhetoric that has been playing out. The centre has intervened. That's why we are seeing this uneasy calm on ground. The point being made by Shama, by Shama largely is that what and who should be held accountable for the deaths of the policemen. Never before, despite this issue persisting for decades, did we see this kind of clashes when, you know, policemen of one state were killing their brothers in the other state.
In the history of Indian independence, there has been one occasion in the last 74 years where the Indian Union bombed its own territory, and that happened in Aizawl, and that was done when Congress was in power in Delhi. I should remind this to Ms. Shama, who has been speaking for the Congress. She should know that because of a proactivism of the central government, meeting took place within 48 hours. The 2+2 meeting took place where the Chief Secretary and the DGP of the states, of the two states, were called under the chairmanship of the Home Secretary. The meeting took place and the 3-point resolution was undertaken. And I was at the border 2 days back. The day this resolution was signed, the next day Assam police vacated the disputed territory along the 306 National Highway, but I fail to see any Mizo police vacating those disputed sites. So clearly the onus lies initially with the Mizoram part. A small state of 11 lakh population and Assam being a big brother with 3.3 crore population, we are ready to listen to what the center says and of course what the Mizoram says. But you cannot claim territory on a gunpoint and all. You have to understand that every time this problem creeps up, it is the Mizo side
Jonathan,
which blows
let's
up
have-
a school
okay.
or
Let's
blows
have
up
the
a
two
building.
analysts now
That
on the
should
show.
stop.
And I'll go back to the politicians. Jonathan, by resolving the dispute along the Assam-Nagaland border in the Desoi Valley Reserved Forest, Assam has sent a message that they are looking for solutions, that they would want to resolve this entire issue amicably. Something that was festering for so long, they have managed to solve it. Then what's really stopping the two state governments from sitting across the table and reducing the temperatures?
Right. At this point, I think both sides, both the honorable chief ministers have really communicated, the de-escalation process has started, if I may say. Take, for example, FIRs have been withdrawn and things like that. And right from the start, I think, there has been a call from restraint from the honorable chief ministers, from the civil society leaders and things like that. Obviously, there's a lot of sentiments, mistrust and things like that happening. But I would like to go back on what Mr. Rajdeep has said about, if we are to look back on what happened on that fateful day of 26th, right? So where did that happen? Because we all know that, central government has created a buffer zone, right? And on the side of Assam, there is SSB, right? On Mizoram side, we have the CRPF. So Assam police, 200 armed of them, they came almost 3 kilometers up towards Mizoram side, right? And where the incident took place, I think this is very, very important, where that incident took place, right? I don't think we should be talking about this as the reconciliation process has started, but since respected Mr. Rajdeep has pointed this out, so I just would like to mention. But at this point, I think the reconciliation process has started,
So
and
you are
this is
saying that the
something we
provocation
as
came from the
Mizos
Assam side?
Absolutely. Where
Okay,
did that
but
incident took
Jonathan,
place?
but
Yeah.
Jonathan, since May 2021, both chief ministers have exchanged several letters and telephonic conversations have also happened on the border dispute, and a plea was made to maintain the status quo and meet in person as well. The Assam government is saying that the Mizoram government has been further constrained due to the rise of separatist political forces in the state, that there is illegal cattle smuggling that is happening along that route, and that is the reason why when there was a crackdown by Himanta Biswa Sarma, it led to this kind of backlash.
Well, there has been a lot of ridiculous, if I may use that word, ridiculous accusations, right? Counter accusations like that has been happening. But on the ground, people talks about the drug cartels and things like that. So I think those are defense mechanism, if I may say, right? But if we look at the ground reality, things are a lot more different than what it seems to be, what it is portrayed out to be. But I think tonight, what I would really like to convey to our fellow panelists and the viewers here is that the reconciliation process has started from both sides. And let's focus on this because peace is what we want. Peace is what we need.
Yes. Dr. Roy, will you give a quick rebuttal? He is saying that it's a completely different
I come
picture
in?
on the ground.
No, it's absolutely not. Look, I have been going to the borders for the last 15 months when the problem started since April 2020. I have seen the actual situation in the border. The bordering villages in that area around 306 National Highway has population who are Mizos, who are Mars, who are Ronkhals, who are Bengali speaking localites, who are also tea garden laborers who speak the language of Chota Nagpur Plateau and all. We should understand that these people who have been living in the border has been governed by the laws of Assam. They have been voting for the Panchayat election in Assam side of the border. They have been voting in the assembly and the parliament election when the Assam elections are happening. Now, if the Mizos there have their allegiance towards Mizo state, this is basically a matter which can be discussed, talked, and then issues resolved. I don't think when the two DCs and the two SPs are talking at a point to organize a de-escalation, when these two DCs and two SPs were talking, all of a sudden you started firing your light machine guns on them. And it is absolutely pathetic that a sister organization is firing on a sister organization who are governed by the same set of rules. This is actually, but having said all these and all, I still understand that we should sit in a table, discuss, sort out any differences.
We certainly hope that there is a resolution at the
those
earliest.
lines at the border.
Yes, but Mr. Gogoi, come in on this. The state government, that is the Assam government, is saying that a large number of entities based outside India are using social media to target the Assam government and Assamese people, and that is the reason why this travel advisory was issued. On the other hand, you have the Mizoram government saying that their essentials have been stopped by the Assam government. Where is the solution and how soon are you seeing a resolution?
See, until a few days back, there has been a lot of vitriol against Assam government and Assamese people at large, and especially our CM Himanta Biswa Sarma. So, and we have found out that it has been mostly operating from some foreign land, mostly US. So it might be a very organized thing. And later we also found out that there has been a case filed against Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma and police officers. Of course, now yesterday the things have calmed down, and today afternoon Mr. Joram Thanga has tweeted that he has revoked the FIR, and that's a positive step, but it's still early days. As far as the economic blockade is concerned, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma has been very clear that there is no economic blockade. But remember one thing: there is a huge tension going on there. Six Assam police personnel has been killed. So I don't think the truckers or the transport association are confident enough to travel there. So the Assam government and the CRPF have to assess the situation and see when trucks can move. So it has to be at the earliest, so that because the reconciliation process begin, and also our Mizo brothers get whatever essentials and medical essentials they should get. So, but then we must also remember that there is a, in the case here, police personnel were killed. So definitely there is a reign of terror going on. And once the situation subsides and Assam security apparatus come assess the situation as normal or conducive for travel, I don't think they will stop and
Can I come in?
and to
Okay, let me
Yeah.
give the
Maria,
final.
can I come in?
Let me give the final
Can I
words
come-
now to the politicians on the show, and I'm going to begin with you, Shama. Now,
Yeah.
the central government has said that they will begin the process of demarcating boundaries, and this has been given to Northeastern Space Application Center, which is the NESAC, a joint initiative of the Department of the Space and the Northeastern Council. They feel that there is a need for having clearly demarcated, satellite imageries, so that it will be, this border dispute is settled once and for all. The question is, why didn't you all do it for so many decades when you were in power?
The border dispute is the Mizoram people want the 1857 border, and on the notification of the 1857, the Assamese wanted 1933. That's about it. But the most important thing, when I heard Dr. Rajdeep speaking right now, he spoke as if Mizoram is not a neighboring state. It was an enemy country. He had anger towards the state. And that is worrying me because, you see, the Northeast states are also bordering like China, Myanmar, Bangladesh. Now, if there's a weakness between states, they can take over it. They can look into that weakness and utilize the weakness. That's one point. And the other very important point is he said the Home Minister is doing a lot. What was the Home Minister doing before the 6 policemen were shot dead? Was the Home Minister of India sleeping? Why this intelligence failure? Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma, does he owe his allegiance only to the Bharatiya Janata Party or to the people of Assam? Because he heads this. He is the convener. Why did he discuss all these important issues before he had to reach to this? And why did we have to lose these 6 policemen? Is the way we want today. The Congress Party and the nations want accountability. Who is accountable for the death of these 6 policemen is not what he's saying. And also the CRP, the blockade which happened, the unofficial blockade which happened, when you ask a CRPF person, why are goods not allowed into Mizoram? They said, "Upar se aadesh aaya hai." Upar se aadesh. Kaun hai ye upar se aadesh dena? It has to be the Home Minister of this country. Nobody else. We
Mr.
want
Gogoi,
to know
30
what
seconds
is
to you,
going
and then
on.
I'll give the final words to Dr. Rajdeep Roy.
Just a minute. I just want to point out to
give me some time. I will answer it very quickly and all.
One moment,
as
Dr. Roy.
far
I'm
as,
coming to you.
the
I'm coming to you.
international conspiracy-
I have 30 seconds for Mr. Gogoi. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I think Madam has very much, is very wrong about Dr. Rajdeep Roy. Dr. Rajdeep Roy has been there in that place for 2 days. He has been working hard and he has been the part of the reconciliation process for past 15 months. So just accusing him is not right. Because we know what the stuff is in the ground. So without knowledge,
That
he
is what
shouldn't
he
say.
spoke. That's the way he spoke
Yeah,
now
and
on
also,
television.
no.
I heard him speak.
So no.
He
See,
just said,
his
he
part.
just spoke.
You must also
Touch the
remember
Mizoram people.
Dr.
Okay,
let me go
Dr.
to
Rajdeep
the
Roy. Dr.
Member of
Rajdeep Roy
Parliament
has
of the
been.
I
BJP,
just
Dr.
heard
Rajdeep
him
Roy.
speak.
Dr. Rajdeep Roy,
No.
the question now is
Dr.
about
Rajdeep Roy-
accountability. You have lost
Doc-
policemen.
You're not Dr.
And
Rajdeep Roy's spokesperson.
who will be held accountable
his
is the
spokesperson, but I'm
question
stating what is the
no,
truth.
let him respond.
I am
Let him
very
respond
sorry.
now. Dr. Roy, go ahead.
I am
Dr.
very
Roy
sorry
has
for the
allowed-
6 lives lost, and I'm also sorry for the 50 injured people. Assam government has taken care of this 6 plus 50 people. We are undertaking their treatment. We are seeking their rehabilitation in a proper way. We are taking their financial care. But very important, what point has been raised by Sama is that I would like to answer. There has been absolutely no economic blockade from the Assam side. We have handed over the entire 306 national highway, as I have said, to the CRPF. And
I
a
comment
lot
on
of
that, please?
tension in public
Yes,
life, in
everyone who
civilian
said that.
life is there. And the last one point that I would like to, last one point, just a second, excuse me. Last one point is that as far as an international conspiracy is going on, we have seen through our social media, the bot study has revealed that there is some people or some agency from Mizoram or somewhere else in Northeast have identified some servers which are working from United States of America.
Anytime
There is a
something
nefarious
happens,
design,
there is an
and we have seen
international
with
conspiracy. Sorry. No. This we will not.
There is absolutely there is something in that. This is absolutely designed on notice by the opposition people, and they are trying to blame Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma. They are trying to blame Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma, Amit Shah, and Modi ji. You cannot blame.
And Jonathan, thank you so much for joining us. We are seeing it play out. The two states have decided to dial down the tension that is there. There is also a resolution in sight. How soon? We'll have to wait and see. Thanks so much for watching.